your phone, watching the latest trends. That's when your phone starts glitching. You see static, and then all of a sudden, a photo of a scary-looking doll pops up on your screen. It has a creepy yet inviting smile, and she's staring right at you. Then a message pops up on your screen from someone that you've never heard of before saying, "I'm closer than you think." You decide to laugh it off, but then you hear it. A soft, childlike giggle from the next room.
Why do you seem so scared? All I wanted to do was play with you.
Your heart skips a beat. You're alone, are you? Or so you thought. That's when the lights flicker and your bedroom door slowly swings open. Is this just a prank, or has something followed you home from the internet's darkest corners? What if this happened to you? That's a chilling thought, but tonight's story is all too real. A tale of a doll that's haunted hearts for over 50 years.
Welcome back, listeners and watchers, to another crazy episode of Relative Perspective Paranormal Confessions. As always, I'm your host, Steven, and tonight we're diving deep into the bone-chilling tale of the Annabelle doll, a Raggedy Ann that's been terrifying people since the 1970s. From a Hartford apartment to a locked museum case in Monroe, Connecticut, this story's packed with demonic entities, exorcisms, mysterious accidents, and wild rumors that have TikTok and X in a frenzy. Guys, this isn't just a ghost story. It's a legend that's gripped the world, from small-town Connecticut to Hollywood blockbusters to your social media feeds. So grab a flashlight, double-check your doors, and let's unravel the mystery of the Annabelle doll together. Hey, but before we do, if this story's already got your skin crawling, do me a favor, go ahead and smash down on that subscribe button, hit the like button, and share this episode with your friends who love a good scare. I want you to join our growing team of truth seekers. I want this thing to blow up. Let's build this thing together, guys. If you got a creepy doll story or maybe a haunted object hiding in your attic or even a what-if scenario that gives you chills, drop it down in the comments, or you can shoot us an email at relativeperspective76@gmail.com. I got it this time. We might feature it on a future show. And you can also check us out on all platforms. I will put the links down in the description below. Let's make this thing massive, guys. I want to see how many subscribers we can get in 1 week. Let's see what we can do. Now that's out of the way, let's talk about this crazy doll. The origin story of this damn doll is nuts. Let's rewind the clock back to about 1970 in Hartford, Connecticut. It's home to these two college students chasing their dreams. You got Donna, she's a 28-year-old nursing student, and her roommate, Angie. They're living that hectic college life in a modest apartment filled with textbooks, posters, and the hum of late-night study sessions. I've been there. Donna's mom, wanting to brighten her daughter's day, she buys her Raggedy Ann doll from a local hobby store. Now, if you've never seen this thing, I want you to picture this. She's got red yarn hair, she's got a triangle nose, button eyes, and that iconic stitched smile. She was created by a guy by the name of Johnny Gruel in the early 1900s. I'm sure he didn't have this in mind when he created her. It's the kind of doll that evokes warm memories of your childhood. Donna loves it. She names it Annabelle after a character from Gruel's tales, and she sets it on her bed as a cozy decoration. At first, it's all normal, laughter over coffee, cramming for exams, and the doll is just sitting there, blending into their busy lives for now. But then things take a turn for the worse, and I'm talking way worse, guys. Donna and Angie start noticing Annabelle moving. Now, not horror movie leaps like, something crazy, but little subtle creepy shifts. They leave for class and they come back and they find her in a chair with her arms crossed like she's been waiting for them all day, or she's in the living room propped against the couch as if she went for a walk somewhere. Now, they brush it off at first thinking they're just tired or maybe they moved her and forgot about it, but they still feel that uneasy feeling creeping in. A crazy feeling that something's watching. But wait, it gets a lot worse. They start seeing notes appear, scribbled on parchment paper they swear that they don't own, in jagged, childlike handwriting with messages like "help us" or "help Lou." Now, Lou is Angie's fiance. He's a normal dude, just like you and me, doesn't think much of what's going on. But believe me when I tell you, his opinion about this doll is about to quickly change. Now, the notes keep popping up. Sometimes they're found on the floor, sometimes they're slid up under the door. They start seeing these notes everywhere. And the two girls noticed that the apartment feels a lot heavier, like an invisible weight's pressing down on them. Now, one night, Lou stays over, and that's his first mistake. He later wakes up screaming and hollering. He's got huge claw marks across his chest. He's got 4 on his torso and 3 on his stomach, deep enough to draw blood. No one else was in the apartment at the time, and Annabelle was just sitting there staring at him. Lou swears that something attacked him, something invisible and something evil. The girls are scared to death at this point. Their once cozy home feels like it's now trapped. They call a local medium hoping for answers. The medium holds a seance, and she claims that the doll's possessed by the spirit of a 7-year-old girl by the name of Annabelle Higgins, who died on the land where the apartment complex now stands. There was no public records of this little girl ever existing, but the story hits Donna and Angie hard. Now, they're nurses, they're trained to care, so they let Annabelle stay, thinking they're comforting a lonely ghost. But they will soon find out that that was a huge-ass mistake. Excuse my language, but it was huge. After the seance, the activity escalates. You got doors slamming in the dead of night. They hear eerie, childlike sounds like whispers or faint giggles echoing through the walls. Also, they see objects move like books and keys, pretty much all the small objects that they have laying around. And they're just shifting just enough to make them question their sanity. Now, one evening, a lamp tips over, crashing to the floor with no explanation. But that is just a taste of how evil this doll was. Not long after that, Lou was attacked again. He was sound asleep, and then all of a sudden he feels hands wrap around his throat, choking the life out of him. After he was able to gain his composure, he noticed blood stains on his shirt from fresh claw marks. Now that's when they know this isn't a child spirit. They knew it had to be something evil. Now these girls were desperate for help. They were grasping for straws out of any direction they could try to get it. They actually talked to a friend that told them about these two people named Ed and Lorraine Warren. They're famed paranormal investigators known for tackling the darkest cases, later immortalized in the Conjuring movies. Now, the Warrens arrived, and their presence was calm, but intense. Ed, with its intense look on his face, examines Annabelle and says, "This isn't a human spirit. It's a demonic entity using that doll as a conduit." And Lorraine, a clairvoyant, feels an oppressive energy radiating from that damn doll. They explain that demons often masquerade as innocent spirits to gain trust. Their main goal is to possess a human host. Now, the Warrens, they don't hesitate. They call a guy by the name of Father Cook. He's a priest that helps them out from time to time. Now, he performs an exorcism on the apartment. He's sprinkling holy water and reciting prayers to bind the entity. They then build a special glass case inscribed with the Lord's Prayer, and they bless it with holy water to contain Annabelle. They transport her to their occult museum in Monroe, Connecticut, locking her behind glass with a warning saying, "Do not open this case." The apartment finally goes quiet, but Donna, Angie, and Lou are never the same. The Warrens know that Annabelle's power isn't gone, it's just contained, and waiting for the opportunity to strike again. Now, this marks the start of her legend, one that's grown into a global phenomenon. Annabelle has left a long list of shaken souls, starting with Donna, Angie, and Lou. Their apartment, once thought to be safe, became a nightmare, every creak and shadow setting them on edge. Now, Lou got the brunt of her attacks. Those claw marks and that choking attack left him physically and emotionally scarred. In a 1980s interview, he said, "I felt like something wanted me dead. I'll never forget those eyes staring at me." And some reports suggest that Donna avoided dolls for the rest of her life, and I don't blame her. Their sense of safety was shattered, their lives forever marked by fear. Now, the Warrens themselves faced Annabelle's wrath too. On the drive home from the apartment, their car went haywire. Their brakes began to fail, their steering wheel locked up on them, and their engine started sputtering like crazy, as if something was trying to take over their car. Ed, always prepared, pulled out some holy water and blessed the doll and prayed. Amazingly, their car stopped acting crazy. That is nuts. Even these professional investigators were rattled. Ed later said in a 1990s lecture, that doll is a magnet for something evil. He also said it's not to be trifled with, and Lorraine, with her psychic sensitivity, described a dark weight around Annabelle like it was watching her every move. When Annabelle was placed in the Warrens Occult Museum in Monroe, open until Lorraine's death in around 2019, her influence didn't stop. The museum, full of haunted artifacts, drew thousands of people to see her locked case surrounded by crosses and holy relics. Visitors reported nausea, dizziness, and that unshakable feeling of being watched. One famous incident involved a young man in the 1970s who actually had the balls to mock Annabelle. He began banging on her case and shouting, "Come on, doll, do something." And she did. Hours later, he died in a motorcycle crash, and the Warrens called it a curse, warning that disrespecting Annabelle definitely had consequences. Annabelle's legend exploded with the Conjuring franchise. Unlike the movie's creepy porcelain doll, the real Annabelle is a Raggedy Ann, but her story is no less terrifying. The films brought hordes of fans to the museum, forcing Nesper to beef up on security. Now, Nesper is kind of like the organization that runs things now. Visitors still felt her presence. Some fainted, some got sick, and some felt so shaken that they actually started crying near her case. She was also known to still be able to mark people. One night, a woman was standing near her case, and she felt this sharp pain in her chest. Later, she found a small burn mark on her skin, and they said that there was no medical explanation that could be found. And the Warrens also said that it was Annabelle's energy that caused that mark to be put on this lady. Now, here's where this story takes kind of a weird turn. This year, Annabelle hit the road with Nesper's Devil on the Run tour. They visited cities like New Orleans, which ain't too far from here, San Antonio, and Moundsville State Penitentiary in West Virginia. Annabelle's handler said that the tour was meant to educate, but it stirred up trouble. Now, I have to ask you, what in the hell were they trying to educate people on by bringing this crazy-ass doll around? Anyways, in May, Annabelle's case was displayed at the Nottoway Plantation in Louisiana, which again is not too far from here. And days later, a fire broke out at that historic site, destroying part of the property. And around the same time, they had 11 inmates escape a nearby prison. That's when social media blew up. You had ex-users posted things like Annabelle's cursed energy caused this, with hashtags like hashtag Annabelle's Unleashed. In San Antonio at the Psychic and Spirit Fest, attendees described an oppressive atmosphere. One person telling Daily Mail, you could actually feel her watching you. Now, there was a TikTok video that was showing Annabelle's case. It actually hit 9 million views. That is unbelievable. But all those posts had one thing in common. The Warrens' warnings about not disturbing Annabelle echoed in every single one of them. Now let's get to the really crazy part. The theft rumors that set the internet on fire. X and TikTok went wild with posts screaming, Annabelle's missing and the haunted doll is gone. Rumors flew that she vanished during the Devils on the Run tour, maybe in New Orleans or even Chicago. Some linked her to the Nottoway fire, claiming that she sparked it. Others speculated a collector, an occultist, or a thrill seeker stole her for clout or for dark rituals. I hope that's not what it's for. X posts were crazy. One user wrote, Annabelle's moved to Nottoway, and now the plantation burns and 11 prisoners escape. This is her doing. And they have crazy memes that flooded everybody's feeds, showing Annabelle's empty case with captions like, she's out here living her demonic era. And TikTok videos racked up millions of views, with creators warning, if Annabelle's loose, we are all in trouble. But let's pump the brakes a little bit. On May 24th of 2025, a guy by the name of Dan Rivera, he's Nesper's lead investigator, posted a TikTok video panning across Annabelle's case at the Warrens Occult Museum, saying she's right here.
Hey guys, this is Dan. I'm here right at the museum right now. I just want to show you guys that Annabelle is in the Warrens Occult Museum. And let's go inside and let's check. All right, here we go. Around the corner. And who's there? Annabelle in the Warrens Occult Museum.
He also said her Raggedy Ann face, smirking behind that glass, is not stolen, she's not in Chicago, and she's not missing. And Nesper doubled down on Facebook, stating Annabelle has not been stolen, she's secure in Monroe. A guy by the name of Tony Sparrow, the Warren's son-in-law and museum curator, told Newsweek that the public was never in danger. I don't believe that in one little bit. She's exactly where she belongs, so what sparked the panic? Now, some Louisiana tour attendees didn't see her case at one stop, possibly due to some kind of security protocol or a scheduling issue. That, combined with the Nottoway fire and prison break, allowed the rumors to go crazy. People, just like me, love a spooky coincidence, and Annabelle's legend actually thrives on it. But I have to say this because I know there's some people definitely thinking it, and I'm kind of thinking it a little bit too. What if Annabelle's handlers lied about being safely locked away? What if she was really taken and was replaced by a lookalike? Hopefully we won't ever have to find this out the hard way. The tour definitely stirred controversy. Ed and Lorraine always warned against moving Annabelle, saying it could agitate the entity attached to her. In a 1980s lecture, Ed said moving her risks unleashing whatever's inside. It's like shaking a hornet's nest. A haunted doll collector named Tej, who owns 54 spirited objects, told Daily Mail, taking Annabelle on a tour is reckless. Her energy's too unpredictable. Now, with that being said, we had the fire, the escapes, and the heavy vibes at all the tour stops. Some say it's proof that the Warrens were right and they should not have taken her out anywhere. Now, I want you guys to picture this. I want you to imagine that you're at one of these events standing feet from Annabelle's case and the air feels wrong and your skin is crawling. Do you lean in for a closer look or do you run for the exit? You know what I would do. So what's the deal with Annabelle? Is she a demonic vessel or just a doll caught in a 50-year hype storm? The Warrens were adamant that she's a conduit for an inhuman entity. They pointed out that Lou's claw marks and the mysterious notes left all over the place and their car trouble as signs of demonic activity. Now, in The Demonologist, Ed explained demons mimic human spirits to gain their trust. He also said they seek a host to possess, and that's their main goal. It just bound it in that doll, which is why it's locked in that blessed case. Lorraine, in a 1997 interview, said Annabelle is not evil. It's the thing using her. It's always watching and always waiting for its chance to do harm. Now, we got the skeptics, though. They're always rolling their eyes. They argue that Donna and Angie were stressed nursing students, maybe misplacing the doll or even pranking each other. The notes, they could have been a friend's joke or sleepwalking episode. Now you got Lou's injuries, possibly psychosomatic, fueled by group hysteria, or a bad dream manifested as physical marks. And also, critics call the Warrens showmen, saying they hyped Annabelle's story for fame and museum ticket sales. The recent tour chaos adds fuel to both sides. The Nottoway fire and the prison break are creepy, but fires happen, and prison breaks aren't rare either. Still, the timing is crazy and uncanny. And the uneasy feelings reported by tour attendees carry weight. X-posts show fans split. Some call Annabelle a demonic catalyst, others a hyped-up toy. There's one post that I read that's definitely hit home with me. It says, if she's loose, we're screwed. That was simple and easy, but it's true. Now, the debunked theft rumors show how deeply Annabelle still has her hold on all of us. Now, I want you guys to imagine that you're Donna in the 1970s, and you're finding these help me notes, help me and help Lou and all those. Do you keep the doll pitying a poor ghost, or do you burn the damn thing? Or you're at a museum staring at her case. Do you tap on the glass daring her, or feel that chill and haul ass? Look, guys, Annabelle's story is like a freaking roller coaster. She started out as a sweet gift that turned into a demonic legend. She's left a trail of fear, fascination, and endless debate. Now, whether you buy the possession angle or if you think it's just a spooky tale that's gone viral, her impact is undeniable. You got movies, museum crowds, TikTok frenzies, and that 2025 theft rumor. It proves that she's still got her hooks in us, and we're still wondering what she's going to do next. Now, is she safely locked away like they claim she is, or is she out here where she's been waiting to be all along? One thing's for sure, Annabelle is not done with you or me. Ooh, that was deep. Thanks for diving into this episode of Relative Perspective Paranormal Confessions with me, Steven. A big shout out to all of our truth seekers keeping these stories alive. Go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, and share, and check us out on all the platforms. I will definitely put the links down below in the descriptions. If you have a creepy tale or a paranormal confession, go ahead and put it in the comments below, or you can email us at relativeperspective76@gmail.com. Our next episode, we're tackling another spine-chilling mystery. I'll go ahead and give you a hint. It rhymes with Minderband. So hit that notification bell. Until then, stay curious, stay safe, and I would not buy any dolls anytime soon, especially old ugly ones. Thanks again for watching. God bless you. We love you, and have a good night. We did it. Good job. Give me 5, Annabelle. Wait. Good job.